So, in case you guys haven't seen this, this is the Dolch TKL. This is by the same company, like I told you guys, who did the, what was that keyboard called? The Meow 75 or something? The one with the cat ears, if you guys remember. I think they've done one or two other projects, but you'll kind of understand. Like, they make chunky keyboards. I don't have Dolch before you guys get upset with me. I wish I did. I also don't know what color we got today because I haven't opened it. So again, it's going to be about $390. It depends though, because it's going to depend on what PCB you end up getting. The PCB is sold separately, which I understand. I just wish in a lot of regards they put the PCB on the same page when you're hitting buy and putting it in the cart. I don't even know if they're selling PCBs separately. I think they are. They are. So I wish they had put it on the same thing, but they're not. Also, I don't know, does the base come with a plate? That's a great question too. Just the PCB. Top, bottom, alu plate. Oh, it does come with aluminum plate stock. All right, so let's take a look at this thing. And this is a group buy. So here's the PCB. Oh, we got a hot swap PCB today. Here I was preparing to solder. This is a McLovin PCB. We love that. Real nice. Let's take a look at the PCB first. So here's our McLovin PCB over here. So there's the extra diodes, which we absolutely love. I think that is such a nice decision. And then we have a whole bunch of other things over here. So some decent compatibility, kinda. Although we have a fixed spacebar, which I'm wondering if that's because are they offering different tops or something? Or maybe that's just stay faithful to some sort of layout, but no different spacebars there. But we do have ISO, it looks like. Oh no, maybe not. We have split right, which is interesting, and a split backspace, but no ISO. Interesting. Do they have a solder PCB for this? They do. We have some bump-ons, our little badge, the Dolch badge. They offer two different badges here, I think. And then we have our daughter board. Cool. Ooh, they sent us over silver. This is silver. Oh, this looks nice. This is nice. So this is a inspired by the other Dolch keyboard there, which if you guys want a cool little comparison, Diego Lightning Keyboards did a comparison on that, but that was really cool. And the only thing I'm not too sure about, I know that this is a prototype and they mentioned that there could be some defects with this particular prototype, but I'm not too sure if this plate will remain the same with the cat. Maybe it will as a callback to their older keyboards, but look at that. Look how nice this is. Isn't that cool? I love this color too. This is gorgeous. I want to put the badge in now too. I think they're just adhesive badges. Yeah. So we got to make a decision on which one we want. I think I'm going to go with this guy. Just the standard Dolch badge. Ooh. Here is the side profile, which we can do some measurements here in a bit as well, but I mean, it looks rather slim. I don't know. Do they have measurements on the website? I mean, they have the typing angle, which is 5 degrees, which is kind of the same as mode boards, for example, but there is the back. Very, very nice. And then here is the bottom of this board. Love the exposed screws here. Oh, I guess there's two places for the badges, which is cool. I don't know if one's supposed to go in one spot and the other, but we'll figure that out. Very, very nice. This is really pretty. All right, so the anodizing looks fantastic on this. I do like the fact that we're using some nice standard bubble feet for this too. This looks really good. It is hefty. It is kind of weighty. Okay, let's actually get the plate out of this. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Whoa, interesting. So, the top mount uses 2 screw points on each mounting tab over here. So there is a nice cable channel for the daughter board, but there is a lot of surface area in which we have surface area contacting each other. So potentially, as Gingy pointed out, we might actually have to force break this depending on how this ends up sounding, but this could also sound really cool, who knows? This is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen 2 screws for 1 mounting point. I'm almost wondering why that was. Just to keep it like uniform or... there is mounting points underneath the spacebar. I am not too upset by this though in this particular board, but yeah, it would have been nice if the mounting point was like here and here. For top mount, listen, this is my personal preference and there's nothing wrong with putting tabs underneath the mounting point. I just find it ends up feeling a little bit more stiff / sounding a bit more resonant, especially on top mount. Usually I think it's kind of like a rule of thumb that you try not to. But again, you can do it. You can do it in a very good way. This is done in an okay way. So these little relief cuts where the tabs are, this should help with some stiffness / resonance in some case, but it's not a very well done leaf spring, for example. I think a better tab system would have been a little bit nicer here. But the relief guide definitely helps. It's not just a solid piece of metal tab, which is cool. All right, let's get some cherry clip-in stabs. I used orange films with these milky yellows. I thought they looked cute. Perfect. Let's get this installed. Little note about this board. Gonna make sure the cable actually goes in the channel here. God, this is heavy. Dude, it does look good. Damn, it does look good. Okay, I need to figure out some keycaps for this. If Moto Light is all right, let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna try two things here. I want to just see what it sounds right now, and then I kind of want to unscrew the bottom. So there is immediately a little bit of a... Okay, let's just type. Let's just see how this sounds. Don't forget, this leather pad I have isn't the best for reducing desk noise. Right away though, this is, for a top mount, I can already feel just even typing some random stuff for like a minute or two. This is going to feel kind of fatiguing. I'm going to do this right now. I wonder how this would sound if I unscrewed the bottom. Very simple, this board. Like there's not much to this. This is a pretty easy to build board. It's pretty straightforward. It is a little bit of a deeper sound signature with a bit of natural resonance, which I think a lot of people will probably enjoy. But the only thing that's, I guess, bothering me a little bit is I feel like the spacebar is indeed a little bit too stiff for my liking. Overall, I think the board can sound really good. Like, I genuinely think so. It's just kind of finding the movement to get there. But I think we found it now. I think we found it. Like, the alphas are back. I think you don't want to force break this. So this is with a cherry switch. And that's still with them being screwed off. So maybe I put the screw back on this, but no, the cork mass not under there. I think it's just the plate hitting the impact on the top because we unscrewed it. See how it's kind of moving a little bit over here? All right, I'm gonna screw in this one over here and let's see how much of a difference this makes now. So, and then we'll give our final thoughts. Oh yeah, much better. It doesn't have that weird up kind of rattle. Very, very nice. But I do wish the spacebar was a bit louder for me, my own personal preferences here, and maybe a long pull spacebar would fix that. But it feels like a top mount, so this is going to be a bit stiffer if you guys are, so expect that. I do think unscrewing 3 of the 4 screws that are underneath the spacebar helped a lot. It'd be cool to see this with a different plate material. But overall, really nice. So we didn't end up liking the force break. I think it sounded better without. It is very nice. It's very pretty as well. Like, it's very classic looking, but also feels a bit modern. So I think some things I'm going to recommend right off the bat for them if they're going to listen to some of the criticism more. First of all, first and foremost, these badges, I don't know if this is just like an early prototype thing. They're pretty poor quality. Like this one here, for example, I didn't even use it. It's all scratched up. I know this is a prototype, and I know that there's going to be changes to this. But yeah, this badge is like pretty rough condition. Also, I would suggest them getting a better adhesive for the back here, because like I go to peel this off and I'm peeling off the entire thing. But there's an adhesive here in which I kind of have to catch. So I'm kind of damaging it. You know, again, I don't know if this is possible. Maybe work on some of the way that the mounting points inside the keyboard are actually mounted. I think that if they had gone just a little bit more to the edges here, you wouldn't need to kind of fiddle with it. So would have liked to see some more thought process being put into that top mount. Again, I know this is supposed to be more of like a classic thing, but some people may like that. You know, just food for thought here. My own personal preference and opinion coming into play, obviously. Visually, I really like the board. I think this is really sweet looking. In terms of front height, let's see what we got here. Honestly, that's not bad. It's about 18.7. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the day. Have a good night, sleep well, or have a good day, and have a good one. Bye, everybody. See ya.